Hey guys, Jamiy, and today we are playing some more Monsters of Etheria. Obviously, as you can tell, we are back in the Etheriapedia, which if you don't actually know, I'll leave a link in the description for the game if you want to go check it out yourself. But pretty much what this game is, it's pretty much like a sneak peek place, or just like a place that you can come and like check out all of the monsters that may or may not be coming to Monsters of Etheria. The ones that are here, also in the blue, are fully done and are usually in the game. And also the ones over here are the ones that are being worked on, that it actually says commissions, and it's actually been changed since the last time. So there's actually all of these commissions are all now under each individual's name. So as you can see, Bob's made quite a lot, which also you can see some new titans there, which I'm pretty sure those will definitely be coming in. But we're not really going to be looking at these ones. I don't want to look at those ones because also, like I said, they aren't really confirmed to be in the game. Whereas more or less the ones that are over here. I mean, also when Mantle was released, although obviously Ugpo released a tweet on this, Ugpo hasn't released a tweet on these ones, but I actually saw the game got updated, and I saw the thumbnail actually change, and I could see these in the background, so I wanted to check them out. So also, they have like a greyish block under them, which with Go it says just not rigged, so I'm guessing it hasn't got an exotic yet, it hasn't been rigged yet, and it might have not been, and it's probably not been animated yet. So I'm guessing it's like really, really early on, so I'm not sure if it's going to be done this weekend or whatever update. I don't think it's going to be anytime too soon, especially since also this weekend there's going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee's release, which also I'll be buying that. So I think actually on Saturday I'll probably live stream that Let's Go Pikachu. I think I'm going to be playing first, just all day on stream on Saturday, because there's Friday I'm working, which sucks. But anyway, also we have 3 new monsters in the Halo, as you can see, and they're all like little frogs, which actually reminds me a lot of like Krogunk and actually Krogunk? Yeah, I'd say Krogunk and like Froakie. But also, like I said, these aren't really confirmed, but because they're over here, and I did say in my last video about Magmantle's like sneak peek that the ones that are over here are like pretty much confirmed, although not really confirmed to be in the game. So as far, I'll make a video on them, because obviously since they're over here, they're probably gonna be, because obviously they wouldn't be like, it says not rigged. So I'm guessing that they actually are confirmed to be in the game, just that they haven't really started to work on finalizing them yet. Whereas also those ones are just commissions and they aren't really confirmed, whereas these ones more or less are pretty much, but we don't know when they're coming out. But anyway, also, we don't know any of the names for these monsters, but I wanted to quickly give a quick look at them, and again, for the Magmantle video, I want to try and give them my own stats, or own, like, opinions on what the stats would probably be like. Obviously, they aren't confirmed at all, like I've been saying, and they're just mainly a guess, but they might be somewhat close, and this is my take on what I would probably give them. And also, if you guys have your own opinions about what the base stats would be like, then feel free to leave a comment down below. So straight off, I guess we got, actually, we do have the exotic forms. I'm dumb, I didn't realise that, even though there's 2 monsters in this, but so they have the exotic forms, so I guess they're probably going to be working on the rigs next, and lend the animations would probably seem like the ideal. So also, the shinies are pretty much like identical across the board, they all just turn purple, or purple-pink from the usual green frog. So as you can see, the first mutation is a frog holding, it looks like balloons, but they could be like bombs as well, like just bombs flipped upside down. I'm not really too sure. So there's that one, which we have no idea what it's called. We have another frog, which also is mutation, which is a bigger form of it. Its cheeks are no longer pink. It's carrying a little parcel or a gift, which I think actually might be a parcel bomb, if we're going on like the whole bomb theme, because also you can see that the final level, or final mutation even, has fully mutated and fully, like, I'm guessing it's his last mutation line, has got some epic shades, and also has bombs, there's carrying bombs around, which is kind of weird. Actually, unless it's like meant to be, I'm gonna guess right now his animation's probably gonna be juggling them, because he has 3 of them and he's balancing one on he's balancing 2 in one hand. So I guess he's probably gonna be juggling them. It would probably make sense. But the reason why I think this is probably a parcel bomb is because also bombs that looks like just the bombs flipped upside down as balloons, or maybe like the mines that you usually see underwater. So I'm guessing it's probably meant to be a parcel bomb of some sort, or it might just be a gift, completely meant to be balloons, gift, and then into a bomb for some reason. But So there's that. Like I said, I think the animation for this one will probably be juggling the bombs. I feel like that one would probably have the balloons pop, if I can even do that. I'm not really too sure. And this one, I know, might open the box and reveal something for the animation. But anyway, let's get right onto the stats then. Or at least the stats that I'm going to give it. So, I know, I think this monster looks really, really cool. It's like pretty simplistic, I guess, compared to like some of the other monsters. Like, I really like Scrimra, I think it's called. And also, like, B-Hero's fairly cool as well. Like, there's some pretty cool monsters in here, but I feel like it's pretty, like, generic. It looks like a normal frog. I mean, if you look at Pokemon's, also you look at Krogunk, or look at Froakie, they look very similar, especially like all the frogs. So you can't like and also you obviously know that they won't be able to really do too much. Also, you look at the cheeks, you can definitely see like a Krogunk with its cheeks inflating. I don't think this one's probably gonna have its cheeks inflating low. But I don't know. I think it's kind of like Bomberman mixed with like a Froakie, to be honest, or a Krogunk. But I know I understand that they can't really do too much with frogs just because they're fairly limited, to be honest. But I don't know. I think it's actually a really cool monster. But for the stats wise, I'd probably say this would probably have more physical attack. To be honest, like I'd probably guess that it might just be a Magmantle flip around. Where also Magmantle's like a special attack or an energy-based attacker. And also this monster is probably going to be physical. I just have like a flipped roll. Or unless it could actually just be energy as well, because also bombs, you can really see bombs as like a physical thing or an energy thing, depending on like what situations they're in, I guess. So, interesting. So I feel like it actually could be a mixed attacker as well, so... For the typing, also Magmantle is fire, which also this is a free mutation line, which also will be comparing the stats towards all of the other free mutation lines, which also is Magmantle. We got, who else do we have? We have the Oincoin mutation line. We can't really compare them to this because also it's an Ethereal, the Watchbot line, and we have the Terroot line as well. I'm pretty sure there's one more that I'm not really too sure where it is, but... So, for the typing wise, I feel like it might be too obvious to be a water type, but I think it's probably going to be water. Now, if it's going to be water on its own, or if it's going to have like a different typing, I'm not really too sure what other type it could have. If we look at all the types, there is basic, fire, water, electric, grass, ice, fighting, poison, terror, wind, psychic, bug, ghost, dragon, dark, metal, light, cosmic, and aether. Now again, it could be a water dark type, the fact that it's having bombs, and bombs obviously is like pretty generic dark typing, I guess. But I feel like they probably won't go with that, just because of Greninja's typing, and I don't think they want to like just go strictly on that. Which is a pretty dumb reason, if a pretty dumb like way to like justify it, I guess. But I don't think that it'll probably be a water dark type. If anything, I just see it being a pure water type. To be honest, I don't really see it having any other typings. Maybe water ice, but probably not. So I'd probably see it either being a pure water type or a water basic type. I don't really see it really having two other options of typings, to be honest. But again, I mean, it could be literally be any typing. But anyway, that's it for the typing. Then I'm just going to say it's pure water. I don't really know what else it could be. For the typings, though, like I said, like I did with Magmantle, I pretty much just compared all of the other like trios stat-wises and gave my own. So for this one, I was actually going to say I would predict this one to have less stat points overall than Magmantle. For Magmantle, I thought it would probably have around 350. It actually has 347. And by the way, I'm only going to be giving the stats to the final mutation, because these ones can literally just be anything. It could be really, really bad. They could be okay, I guess. For Magmantle, it had 347 like base total stat. I feel like this monster might have a little bit less, but if I look at it, I feel like it's definitely going to have more than Swinant, so I'm just going to give it 350 again. But I feel like it might have less. But it could actually even have more, because the designs are like kind of like not really similar, but like the physique of the characters are fairly similar. Like also really, really small, weak monster, starting to look a little bit stronger, but still looks really, really weak. And then the final monster doesn't really look too strong, but you can see it having okay stats, I guess. I don't know, I don't really know. Like, I used to look at something like Swinans, it's a piggy bank, so you can kind of tell it's going to have fairly weak stats, which actually does. It only has, I think it's 290 overall. That's its total, 290. But I don't know. But if you look at Pot Brawler is also another trio, which I completely forgot about, which I'm actually looking on the wiki right now. Pot Brawler, you'd think might have really weak stats as well, but actually has 397 base stat total. So just looking at Pot Brawler, I feel like this could actually be somewhat similar to that. But then again, same as Magmantle, so I feel like it's going to be around the same as Magmantle stat. I'm just going to give 350. Still then, for the health, I don't think it doesn't look really too tanky, to be honest. For like health-wise, it is on a little bit of the fatter side, I guess, but I feel like it's not really going to have too much hit points, so I'm going to give it 45 base. For the attack, like I said, I can see it being mainly a physical attacker, in my opinion, from the bombs. If I see bombs, I usually would think physical attacker. But I can see how people would also think energy attacker as well, or energy-based attacks. So I feel like I'd kind of split the attack and the energy a little bit, kind of like Seismitoad, for example. So I'm gonna give it like 80 attack. I'm gonna get an 80 attack. Is actually its highest stats, which looking at it now, I feel like most defenses probably might be quicker or might be higher even. But I'm gonna give it 80 base attack. Like I said, it's carrying bombs. I feel like it's probably gonna have more defenses than its offensive stats, but because it's carrying bombs, I feel like it kind of should be more offensive. I'm going to give it 70 base defense, which also is, like I said, usually in the Magmantle video, usually when one stat's high, and like in either physical attack or special attack, usually like the defense version of that physical or special is usually higher as well. So I'm going to give it 70 defense. Like I said about the energy split, I feel like it's going to have very similar attack stat, so I'm going to give it 60 energy, which is fairly high, not as high, but fairly high, same with like Seismitoad. I think Seismitoad actually had a little bit higher special attack than physical attack. Like, it was pretty much like 5 stat points or 10 stat points off, to be honest. It's like very, very similar. Like Greninja, for example, Greninja had really good attack and really good special attack. Also had more special attack, but it could still be a special attacker. I mean, physical attacker. So energy, I'm going to get 60. Like I said, I can see it being one of each, so I feel like I split down the middle could be pretty good. Same like Pot Brawler. Pot Brawler has... actually, which ones are the stats again? So the attack is that one, and the energy is that one, okay. So for Pot Brawler, for example, Pot Brawler has 83 attack and 42 special attack. Like, also be mainly physical attacker. For Swinance has 85 physical, 10 special, so also that'll be a complete physical one. But for this one, I feel like it could be like a mix, so I'm going to say 60 energy. Resistance, I'm going to give it 35. I feel like they probably won't want its stats to be very, very like balanced. But I could also see it having a little bit more health, so maybe the defense could be a bit lower potentially. And then also leaves the last stat, which will be speed for 60. Again, I was actually going to originally give it 50 speed and like 45 resistance, just so that resistance is close to the energy. I decided to go for a little bit more speed because it's a frog. Frogs are usually pretty quick overall. Not really too quick, but I feel like it. At first I looked at it, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be pretty slow in like comparison to like other monsters. But then I looked at Magmantle. Magmantle doesn't really look like a very quick monster, but has 65 base. Actually, is it 65 base? Yeah, it has 65 base speed, and I thought this thing's probably gonna have very similar, if not more speed. So I'm gonna give it 60, which is actually a little bit lower, but I feel like it is perfect for it. But anyway, as you can see, there's actually a few people that joined. But like I said, that's my take on this monster. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I like the shiny of the exotic a lot. I think the purple and pink actually goes pretty well. It looks like kind of like a poison dart frog, which is pretty cool as well. So maybe poison, but I feel like they can't really justify the typing on the shiny really, or the exotic even. But anyway, that's where I'm probably gonna leave it off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, I'll see you guys next time. Which actually I just realized something before I end this off. Potentially water fire type with bombs fire. Probably not low, but I just want to quickly point that out as well. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time.